Hi, my name is Joseph Refuses2Go. Welcome to my shop. This being my first YouTube video, it's going to be a work in progress, as is most of my life. In this video, I will be going over some of the building components, unboxing day, storage issues, my jewelry bench, and touch on my Grizzly G0759 milling machine and my Grizzly G0602 lathe. This is just part one of my shop tour, so make sure after the video you subscribe so you can see all the rest. I want to start off by thanking Thomas Murdoch for his help with me building this shop. I couldn't have done it without you. I would also like to thank my mother and in memoriam my father for allowing me to have the resources to begin my journey as a machinist and a maker. This shop build came about when I didn't have a garage or a shop, but I did, however, have a small extra bedroom in my house. It started with a napkin sketch around lunch and ended up with me and a buddy of mine at my local building supply store about dinner time one late fall night in 2016. After an uneventful lumber pickout and grabbing all of the other oh-so-necessaries, we got home, unloaded the truck, and looked to the next day's adventure, which began with a paintbrush. We needed to seal the floor against corrosives and oils, and decided to start with 4 coats of mixed latex house paint to prime the floor, and about 8 coats of polyacrylic sealer. This took about 2 weeks of us running a heater between layers of the polyacrylic and sanding every coat. It was tedious, but well worth it to provide good flooring for the machines and cabinets. As we were working on the floor, I was ordering all of the fun gadgets and goobahs that were to go into the shop. I ordered the milling machine and lathe first so I could measure them for the workbenches that would go around them. I needed to also store 2 giant machines without a garage, so they wound up living in my living room for a bit until I could get the benches finished. The benches are made from whitewood and plywood and were screwed to the wall for extra security. I didn't want to risk something toppling over, so we also decided to screw them to the floor joists. After the benches were mostly complete, the packages started to come in. On Boxing Day of 2016, I had my own unboxing day. Some of the packages came in a bit wonky, but I inspected them all before putting the contents in my shop. I also did an inventory list of the items so I could keep track of what I ordered and what was still needed. I lost a couple of small items in shipping, but thankfully everyone was really great about replacements. During all the unboxing, things started to pile up, so I needed storage solutions, and fast. I knew it would be problematic from the jump due to the size of the room, so we had to create odd ways of storing larger and smaller items and still make them accessible. I installed a wraparound pegboard for hand tools and other small items, as well as 4 racks of parts bins to hold screws and other small stuff. I also created a floating rack system to hold extra wood and metal using load-bearing J-brackets and PVC to create a camera rig. I also used larger PVC to make another storage center for other smaller pieces of metal and wood behind the door. Now I want to tell you about why I have a giant white patch with a possum above my rig. It started with a scratch noise in the attic, and my partner noticing a pair of eyes and a fuzzy pink nose sticking through an air vent in the bedroom. We were lying in bed and she turns the light up, and sure enough, there's a baby possum chilling in our air duct. Well, The animal relocation specialist had to find out where the little buggers had come in at and seal that all up, and where they were hiding in the main attic area. So he punched a hole in my shop to get to the duct. We were able to find them and remove the freeloading little fuzzards, but not without a bit of patching up where the hole was. Well, every time I see the patch now, I smile about how cute the possum was, and then turn around to see both my cat and my dog giving me the stink eye. The jeweler's bench was a recent addition to my shop due to its size and needing to be brought down from its previous space in parts. I had to reconfigure where it was going to fit because previously the area had been used for large wood and metal storage. I had set it up with a rig for the flex shafts to hang from and ran the cables for the pedals under the bench. The oxypropane Smith Little torch system is set up under the bench as well. There'll be more to come as I do an in-depth video about my jewelry bench setup. The milling machine I ordered from Grizzly and is a 7x26 G0759. I ordered this specific one because it got a special deal and received the DRO and stand as extra bonuses. Shipping for this one was around $200. I primarily use this for small projects right now, but am working on larger, more interesting things for the future. The lathe I also ordered from Grizzly, and it is the 10x22 G0602 without the DRO, sadly, which I plan to get at a later date. I plan to upgrade this system sometime in the future, but for now he's chugging along. I have had some issues with the lathe setup being a bit discombobulated due to an issue with the compound slide being a bit out of square, but I am working towards a fix for this currently. I will let you all know how it goes. So that was a brief run through of some of the main parts of my shop. Please stick around for more by clicking like and subscribe, and make sure you share this video. If you want to, leave a comment or ask a question. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Until later, have a great 2018 and go make something.